I believe the DJI RS4 Mini is flying under the radar right now and is an absolute cheat code for anybody that has to film all by themselves but still want to make their videos look as good or better than the competition. There's three main reasons for that. Reason one is that this thing is so small and light, I can easily fit it in the front of this backpack, zip it up, and be good to go. Number two, when you add the tracking module to the RS4 Mini, it gives you the ability to use ActiveTrack, and this is a game changer if you film yourself because you can just track yourself moving through the scene. The gimbal is going to move around and follow you, and it's going to give you really interesting results. Much more interesting than if the camera was just on a tripod stationary. So you can start ActiveTrack by just holding up the palm of your hand and you can see the camera moving around there. And if you want to reframe, you can use this gesture. Just reframe where you want, use that gesture again to resume tracking. And now I could create a shot where I'm going to walk out of this little bit of track here, hopefully not stepping on any snakes. And I'm just going to walk around that corner and watch how dynamic and interesting this shot looks. ActiveTrack's also really useful if you're just talking to the camera, but you want to add a little bit of movement and a little bit of energy to the shot. You can just kind of move around like this and talk to the camera. You've got a few different options when using ActiveTrack. You can set the tracking speed to low, medium or high, and also you can change the gimbal to either pan follow or pan tilt follow. It's currently in pan tilt follow, PTF mode. That means if I move up and down, the gimbal is going to track me left and right, up and down. If I just go and switch this to pan follow mode, now if I move up and down, it's not tracking me up and down, but it's still going to track me as I move left and right. So you might just want to use that mode if you want to keep what's ever behind you in the same level or the horizon level. All right, let's move on to number three. Sometimes ActiveTrack is not going to give you the control that you want, but luckily tip number three allows you to get so much creative control. It really is a game changer when you're filming yourself, and that's to use the Ronin app, connect to the gimbal, tap on create, and then tap on track. This is going to give you the ability to pre-program gimbal movements, so you can use push mode, but it's more helpful when you're filming yourself to tap at the bottom right and then use this joystick to set your first keyframe. We're going to start about there. We'll start pointing down at the screen. Going to tap plus to add the first waypoint. And then as we're walking through the scene, we're going to tilt up and also pan across. Tap plus to add the second key point. Tap at the bottom right to close the joystick. So I'm going to tap on 2 and we're going to want the movement duration to be a bit longer here. I'm going to set this, say 17-second movement duration, and the stay time on keyframe 1, that just lets you get ready before it actually starts the movement. So it's going to wait 2 seconds and then move to keyframe 2. If you've got the right cable connected, you can tap record on the screen and it will start recording on the camera for you. We're already recording, so I don't need to do that. And then I can simply tap the record button and that will also start the movement. If you want to preview what it's going to look like, you can tap the preview button. It's not going to use the times that you put in when you preview the movement, so it's not always that useful. All right, tap 1 to go back to waypoint 1, tap record to start the movement, and then I'm just gonna walk through the scene. You can also use this technique to get nice smooth pans of an area. So say I wanted to get a nice smooth pan of this forest. And another tip for this kind of stuff is to use foreground to create even more dynamic, interesting shots. So now the gimbal is moving automatically and we get this nice pre-programmed smooth pan. If you do decide to buy this gimbal, you can use my affiliate link in the description, and that just helps out the channel a little bit. Check out this video next to learn so much more about this gimbal. I'm Jason Roberts. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.